Okay, hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about the new and upcoming Smash Bros. And what I think of every character. So I'm going to go game by game and talk about every character. So starting off with the original Super Smash Bros. 64, and then going through Melee, then Brawl, then the newest entry in the series, Smash 4 for the Wii U and 3DS. So Smash Bros. Is one of my favorite games. Just to give a bit of background, and I've been playing it for a long time. Like I was really young. I started off in Brawl, and I mean I haven't really played Melee, but I've played the most of Smash 4. So I'm really excited to talk about this Smash 5 that's upcoming and whatnot. So I'm just gonna jump right into it. So first up on Smash 64, I think every character is going to be returning into the series except for maybe one, which could possibly be Jigglypuff. I'll get into that later. So, first off, to talk about Mario. I think he's definitely going to get a design change, like for Super Mario Odyssey, which is his newest game and is one of his best games, up with like Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Sunshine, which I think are three of his best games. And I think he'll get maybe a few move designs, like moveset changes for Smash 5. Like he'll be using Cappy to throw at enemies and whatnot and opponents. Because I mean, I think personally his cape attack should be changed because that has been in the game since the original Smash Bros. And that originally came in Super Mario Bros. I think 3. Which is also one of his best games. So I think it should be more updated and modern. And then with moveset changes and whatnot, he does have a clone, Dr. Mario. And I think if this does happen, if he does get the moveset change, he is going to be a separate character from Dr. Mario, which would make Dr. Mario the original Mario if he still wanted to play as the original Mario and he didn't like the new Mario. And then moving on to Link. Link obviously is getting a design change based off of Breath of the Wild, and this could go so many ways because Breath of the Wild is such a different game from all the others, and I'm really excited to see what they do. I like Link personally, and I haven't played Breath of the Wild. I mean, you guys can talk about that in comments if you want, because I've heard it's a great game. I'm planning on getting it. And anyways, this would also separate him as a different character from like Toon Link and whatnot, and then you could go back and play as Toon Link and be the original Link, except I mean Toon Link's a little faster and all, but that's fine. And then Donkey Kong, I don't think he'll be getting any major design changes. I mean, maybe make him look a little less realistic, maybe like his Donkey Kong Country appearances where his hair's a little more matted. And I think he should get a new attack. Instead of his headbutt, he should maybe throw a barrel, like an ode to his older, like, first appearances. And then same thing with Samus. I don't think she'll be getting any changes or anything. I think she'll probably stay the same and whatnot, unless they pull something from the rumored new Metroid 4 game. Same thing with Yoshi. I think he'll stay the same, except for if they pull something from his rumored to be new game. Kirby, I'm not sure about Kirby. Kirby could go a few different ways. I mean, maybe something pulled from his new game, but other than that, I think he'll maybe stay the same. And so, then Fox's moveset is not based off of Star Fox, as from what I can tell. I think maybe he'll get a different little design change based off of his newest game. We use Star Fox Zero, and I mean that's about it on my thoughts for him. And so Pikachu, I think he will be getting moveset changes based off of his newest games. Like I don't think his final smash will be Volt Tackle anymore. I think it'll be one of his Z moves, such as Gigavolt Havoc, as shown in the picture. I think that is a good possibility of what it could be. And I mean Pikachu, this could separate him and make him a little different from his old games. I mean, he's getting a little stale in Smash Bros. I think he could get changed up, and that's about it for Pikachu. Only what I have to say. So Luigi, I don't think anything can be changed. I think Luigi's fine with what he is. Maybe a little more reference to his game. And so, I mean, that's it for Luigi. So, Captain Falcon, I don't really think Captain Falcon could be changed. His move set is completely original, not even pulled from F-Zero, because I mean, F-Zero is a racing game. You can't really pull any fighting moves from F-Zero. I mean, except for his final smash, which is amazing. I think it's the best in the game. I mean, nothing else could be changed with Captain Falcon. So Ness, I don't really know much about Ness, sadly. I mean, I wish I could know more, but they haven't really made a new game. So, I mean, I can't really play that at all. So, that's all on Ness. Okay, so now Jigglypuff. I know many of you guys are going to argue she or he should be in a Smash game because she's been in every Smash game. She or he again has been in every Smash game and they deserve to be in. So, but she started out as a joke character in like the original Smash Bros. And she was okay in Melee. She was actually top tier in Melee. She was not supposed to be in Brawl, but ended up getting in. And then Smash 4, she was the last character announced aside from DLC to be in the game. And plus, like, where is she on the tier list? Hold up, one sec. Okay, so anyways, moving on to Melee, there's a few characters that I think might be in Smash 4 and might not. And I'll talk about all those later. So, Peach, I don't really think Peach needs any changes at all, except for maybe like a newer design, like maybe a less elegant design, like more Mario-ish design. I don't know. And then Bowser, maybe same thing, a little more Mario-ish, like just to represent the game better. And that goes for both the characters. And then Zelda, I think will definitely be getting a new Breath of the Wild design, just like Link, because I mean it would fit the theme. I mean, if they don't redesign these other Legend of Zelda characters and Link does, I mean it's gonna be weird. And then Sheik is where it gets kind of interesting, because Sheik was not in Breath of the Wild, but she was in Hyrule Warriors, and so I think they could change her design off of this image for Hyrule Warriors. And then Marth, I don't know much about his moveset. I mean, they could change his design a little tiny bit based off of his newest game, but I mean, I would like for them to separate Lucina and Marth. Like, that would just be so much better, because I mean, there's already 3 clones, including Boy, who is not here in this picture, but he's a clone, and it's annoying. Clones get annoying. And Falco, another clone, could also be redesigned off of Star Fox Zero, this new game, and he could actually also get a new Final Smash, which I think could be this, because he in fact not like the Landmaster. It's one of his least favorite things. And then this could also separate Fox and Falco as separate characters. And I mean, they kind of are already separate characters if you think about it. I mean, like separate them even more and just dignify what could happen. Dr. Mario, I already briefly went over him with Mario and whatnot. I mean, maybe he could get his Final Smash changed, because I mean, 2 giant pills, like what the heck. Then Ganondorf. Ganondorf is sadly a clone of Captain Falcon, and they're not even related at all. It's just sad. It's really sad.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes, got nowhere to run. The night goes on as I'm fading away.
So since Ganondorf doesn't have an appearance in Breath of the Wild either, I mean, he does, but it's ugly, and it's too big. It's like Ridley, basically. It's not gonna happen. He can use this design from Hyrule Warriors, just like Sheik. And this would be cool, because I mean, Ganondorf looks kind of outdated. He looks a little outdated, and I don't know, like, he just needs a new design. And also, please change up his moveset. Just please do that. There's so many things you could do. Why make a clone of Captain Falcon I get that he was added last minute in Melee and you can only clone him, but it's been a while. Just change him up, please. And then Mr. Game & Watch, I don't think he needs to be changed at all. He's fine. You can't really change him. Mewtwo, same thing, but I think Mewtwo might not be in the new game just because he was added as DLC and he skipped a Brawl. And then same thing with Roy, and if they were to add Roy, have him as in this new design from his newest appearance. Just do something new. Like, that's it for Roy. That's just the fact of it. And then the two characters that have been left in Melee, Pichu and Young Link. So I'm gonna do Pichu first. I mean, like, Pichu, he's not the greatest character. Okay? Like, he's not that good. I'm gonna ask the same question again. I don't know what's up with these Pokemon, but where is Pichu on the tier list? So the reason Pichu is so bad is because he's not only a Pikachu clone, but almost every move he hurts himself. It's like Pichu's freaking emo, some stupid crap. So moving on from that little emo Pichu tidbit, if they were to do what they did, or what I was talking about with Pikachu earlier in the video, and that would make Pichu a non-clone character, and which would make him viable to actually come back in and replace the old Pikachu. And I mean, you could play the old Pikachu as Pichu, and just have Pichu have the same moveset because he was cloned back in Melee. And so, anyways, moving on from that into Young Link, I'm just gonna say what we're all thinking. So just to be completely honest, not to like disrespect Young Link, if any of you guys do like him, he's just replaced by Toon Link. Toon Link is already just a better version of the character, and Young Link is kind of old and not necessary. And so, moving on to the Ice Climbers, I think Ice Climbers are pretty much a guaranteed into Smash Bros. For the Switch. And I know you guys are like, but they weren't in the last game. If you actually look back and see, the Ice Climbers were ready to go for the Wii U version. The only reason they weren't in the game was because the 3DS couldn't handle that many player models on the screen, which was really disappointing because I personally love the Ice Climbers, and it was really upsetting. So I think this will be a guarantee for the Ice Climbers. And moving on to Brawl. There's only a few characters I think that might not make it back into Brawl, and I will talk about all those characters pretty soon. So Meta Knight, I don't think Meta Knight needs to be changed at all. I think Meta Knight's really fine. But anyways, I just don't think he needs to be changed. His moveset's good, whatnot. And so moving on to Pit. I think Pit still needs to be changed. Yes, he got changed in Brawl from Wii U version, but they either need to change Pit or Dark Pit. And I mean, there's a few images of Pit using certain weapons, and these are all from his series, the Kid Icarus series, and he could use any of these, him or Dark Pit. I would prefer Dark Pit because I kind of like Pit how he is, but this would hopefully separate the two clone characters from each other, and then we get a new character, so you could go back and either play the old Dark Pit, kind of, if you wanted, or the old Pit, depending on who gets changed. Zero Suit Samus, I think Zero Suit Samus is fine. Maybe a little nerfed, maybe a bit, just how powerful she is. She's really powerful. And then Ike, I think you need maybe buff Ike a bit and maybe change up his design a little bit. I mean, with this picture right here, it looks like he'd be a little quicker. He looks a little less like buff. And this is from his newest game, so I think if they were to buff him, kind of be like a Bowser buff, like make him speedy and a little less powerful, but still just an enjoyable character. Because I mean, that made Bowser way better. Bowser is a much more enjoyable character, especially coming from a Bowser main. Charizard, I don't know what they could do with Charizard. I think he should stay in the game for sure. Charizard's a good addition, but I don't know. I feel like I don't really know what's wrong with him. Like, he's low tier, but I can't really tell what's wrong with him because I don't play him that much. On the other hand, this next character, Diddy Kong, there's a lot of things I can tell that are really powerful about him. They definitely need to nerf Diddy Kong a little bit, and I think they should change how he hops into the stage and whatnot. Instead of flying in on his jetpack, you can come out of a Diddy Kong barrel, because that's from Tropical Freeze. DDD, I like DDD a lot. They need to buff him. I think they also need to make him a bit quicker and whatnot. Other than that, also bring back his
my big guy dad!
old Final Smash, because his new Final Smash is just like kind of unoriginal. Just like kind of boring, like a combo hit, like it's not really from the games. But his other one it wasn't that good, but it was really creative. I think if they were to bring that back, they would need to buff that, and it'd be really enjoyable. Olimar, I think Olimar is fine. I have no problem with Olimar. I think he should stay the way he is. Other than that, I think no design changes, no moveset changes. I think he's perfectly fine. Lucario, I don't really think there's any real problem with Lucario. I don't know, I feel like he's a little sluggish. I think he could be a little faster, that's about it. Toon Link, already talked about Toon Link. If Link were to get changed, which he most likely will, I think Toon Link would fill up that spot and be a faster version of Link and have his old moveset. Sonic, I hate Sonic. I really don't like him. I feel like he's really generic, and he's got like just normal ball attacks. Like, there's so many attacks where he just goes into his freaking like Sonic ball, and it's really annoying. I think they should change that, and I think it'd make him a more skillful character. Skillful, because I mean he's easy to play, but I mean he does have a high skill cap. He's kind of like that. Wario is interesting because his design isn't like normal Wario at all. Like, not like his Super Mario appearance. It's kind of weird that way, but I like his WarioWare design because I feel like it could be a little more iconic than his normal design. The only thing I think they should change is his side smash, which was a shoulder jab in Brawl, but then they changed that to a giant punch, and his shoulder jab is one of his most iconic attacks out of all his series. Rob is fine. I mean, Rob he's amazing. I like him a lot. Nothing changed. Lucas is one of the characters I think that might not be back in the new Smash because he was DLC in the most recent Smash game. If he were to come back though, I think he would need to get new moves and not be a clone of Ness. I think they just need to change it. Like, just change everything so that there's no clones. He could use some of his attacks like PK Love from the series, because that's a move that only Lucas knows, and that'd be unique to him. And then maybe he could have some healing ability. Yes, he does already have PSI Magnet, but that's if he gets shot at with projectile. I think that should be changed, and then since Ness and Lucas are clones, this would then separate Ness and Lucas as separate characters. Squirtle and Ivysaur. they weren't in the new version because it just did not work out for them. Like, that Pokemon trainer was not a good and cool character. He was just a bad character, and he was low tier, and the functionality and just the way that Pokemon trainer worked was not good. Snake is actually going to be the first character I don't think will return in the newest game. Mainly because the whole Hideo Kojima thing with his business and him getting kicked out affected Snake being in Smash. I think he would have been in the newest version if that didn't happen, but I mean, it's sad because I liked Snake. Snake was a good character, and I felt like he was a good addition to the Smash Bros. Series. And I mean, if the small chance that he does come back, I think he will look a little something like this, like in his newest games. And I think that'd be really cool if he could come back, and it'd make a lot of fans happy. Wolf, I think, will be making a return into the new Smash Bros. Thankfully, because I liked Wolf a lot, and he was a great character. Despite having similarities to Fox, I think if they did come up with an own moveset for him, I think he would be a great character. And his new design will look a little something like this from his newest game, Star Fox Zero, and it looks pretty different from his old version, which is really cool in my opinion. And no Landmasters except for Fox. Fox is the only exception. Wolf needs to be in an R-Wing. He needs to. That's just a fact of it. That's it for Wolf. Moving on to the newest title for the Smash Bros. Franchise, Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS, and use Wii U roster picture here. There's a lot of characters that I think are iffy to be back into Smash. There's maybe like one or two that I think won't, or have a really slim and tiny chance of making it back in, and I'll go over those later. But notice how I underlined Villager, Pac-Man, and Mii Fighters. I'll talk about each of them later, but right now, Villager. Villager, I think, will be in the next Smash Bros. Why? Because Villager was planned to be in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Sakurai could just not think of a way to incorporate him into the series, which was, I mean, it'd be hard because he's from a peaceful game, Animal Crossing. Wii Fit Trainer. Wii Fit Trainer is one of the characters I think has a slim chance to be back in the game, or will just not be in the game at all. Because, I mean, she's a Wii Fit Trainer, she's kind of forgettable. The franchise that she comes from is an exercise franchise, like it's straight exercise. And, I mean, the franchise was really well selling on the Wii and whatnot, but I mean, I don't know, I'm not sure if that's good enough, because she's kind of forgettable in my opinion. Rosalina. I think Rosalina will most likely be in the next game. I don't have any like super concrete evidence of her being in the next game, but she's a pretty iconic Mario character at this point. I think she'll probably be back in return. And maybe, I don't know, maybe nerf Luma specifically. Maybe make it a little easier to kill Luma. Little Mac, oh my gosh. I love Little Mac a lot, and he's been waiting his turn to be in Smash Bros. For a while. And he finally did end up getting in, which made me really happy, because I mean, I knew Punch-Out. I haven't played a Punch-Out game, but I know what it is, and it's an iconic franchise. It was one of Nintendo's oldest and best franchises. I think make him a little stronger in the air, and try to give him a better recovery. I don't really know what he can do though, which is upsetting, because I mean, he's a boxer. Like, it's kind of hard to think of, like, how is a boxer gonna, like, jump through the air and stuff? Like, he doesn't really have anything that's, like, super aerial or anything, but, I mean, maybe just make his uppercut punch, a little, like, stronger or something. I don't know, make him go higher. Greninja, okay? I think there's only one thing that they should change about Greninja, and I think that should actually be his final smash. And you guys are like, well, what could it be? If you guys know Pokemon like I do, I mean, I haven't touched it for a while, but I remember some stuff about the region that Greninja came from. But in the anime of Pokemon, he had a form called Ash Greninja, which is pretty much like a Mega Greninja. Yes, it's like, oh, it's a transformation again, but it'd be like more unique to the character. Like his final smash right now, it's just like, fling you in the air, hit you a bunch, slam you down, kind of like a Fire Emblem character, which, in my opinion, are some of the most unoriginal final smashes in the game, which gets annoying. And why did Greninja get nerfed too? It's unnecessary. Palutena. I think maybe next game. I don't know. Her custom move thing was kind of a weird thing. I mean, yes, it was like, hey, experiment with these because they're new. But I mean, I don't know. I didn't really like that. That was kind of weird. But other than that, Palutena is fine. Robin's fine, I guess. I mean, why is he the slowest walker though? Like he and she. I mean, whatever. Like why are they the slowest walkers? Like make them faster if anything. Lucina. I already talked about Lucina. Have Mars or Lucina have their moveset changed because I don't like clones and originality and stuff, because that's kind of what Smash is about. And you can have just old movesets. Whoever gets changed, you can use the old moveset with the other character that didn't get changed. Shulk. Shulk is amazing. I think he's one of the hardest characters to play, which makes it really good because he takes a lot of skill. He's not low tier. You just don't see a lot. He's like kind of mid tier-ish. But he's good. I like him a lot. And I mean, it's the series that he's from. It's growing. Xenoblade. It's a good series. I haven't played the game myself, but I've heard it's a good series. So that's all I have to say on Shulk. Mega Man. I think Mega Man, he is one of the most internally and great and carefully designed characters. Every like attack or anything is pulled straight from his games. All his animations and everything. He's just pampered with things from his games, and I think that's amazing. I don't think Mega Man needs to be changed except for like balancing changes. I think he deserves to be buffed a little bit, but that's it. Pac-Man. Pac-Man is another character that I think is guaranteed to stay in the game, like no doubt about it. Because he was also planned to be in Brawl as well. They just couldn't get the rights to Pac-Man in time to put him in the game. So other than that, I think he's fine where he is, and I think he's a good character overall. Mii Fighters. I think the Mii Fighters are also guaranteed in the game. And then the Switch. And you guys are like, but there's like a lot of them are bad. Like they're really bad. Again, they were also meant to be in Brawl, but they, just like Villager, they couldn't figure out ways to incorporate them. But yes, they do definitely need to be buffed. I think they need to make their minds stronger minds for the Miis. But anyways, moving on to Dark Pit. I think Dark Pit, he should be changed. Like I said earlier, either him or Dark, either Pit or Dark. I'm not sure which yet. Like I said earlier, I prefer Dark Pit, and if he were to be changed, I think this could be one of his new moves. It's called like Tiger Claws, and it's one of the things or items that he appears to use. Bowser Jr. Bowser Jr., he's one of the worst characters in the game. I love his design. I love that he's in his Koopa cart, and it just opens up a bunch of other like movesets and whatnot. But other than that, I think Bowser Jr. is fine. I also like all the alternate costumes and whatnot. He's also one of the characters I think that might not be in the new game because he barely made it into the newest version. He was like last minute at it. I don't even think he was planned from the start. Duck Hunt. Duck Hunt is also another character I think that might not be in the game for the Switch, because he is again kind of a forgettable character. Yes, comes from a really classic franchise, and his game Duck Hunt is, I think, in the top 10 of best-selling Nintendo games ever, which is great, and I'm glad he got representation in this game, and I think that's awesome. Ryu. I think Ryu has a good chance of coming back because the fan demand for him is actually really high, believe it or not. I'm glad that Street Fighter got representation in the game. I love he's so intricate, like all the combos and everything he can pull off and all the variations of moves. They put so much detail into him, and I really like that about Ryu, and I think he's got a good chance of coming back in this game. Cloud. Well, nerf Cloud. That's all I can say. Nerf Cloud. He's really strong and really powerful, and he's arguably, I think, one of my most, if not most hated character in the game. I think he might be my most hated. I don't like Cloud at all. I mean, I think it's cool he's in the game, but I just think he's way too powerful. Corrin. Corrin is a bit of a surprise. I'm not sure if Corrin is going to be back in the game. Yes, it is representation from the newest game. I can't remember. I think it's Fire Emblem Awakening. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think he and she might not be back in the game. A little iffy on that one because there's already so many Fire Emblem games. Bayonetta. Currently best character in the game. You need to nerf Bayonetta. And Bayonetta is the second character in the Smash franchise to come from an Emery game. The first being the Snake. But Bayonetta, like, really carries over, like, stuff from her game. Like, it almost looks like a copy and paste, like, from movesets and taunts and everything, all movement, everything. It's almost like copy and paste, which makes her really overpowered. Like, nerf the amount of time she can jump, because that's, oh man, it's just bad. But, like, I'm like, man, it's crazy in the game. Like, the way she moves and stuff, like, what is happening? Like, yes, she won the Smash ballot, and she deserves to be in it based off of popular opinion, but she's really mature for Smash Bros. But, anyways, that is the last character, so that is going to conclude my discussion on Smash Bros. 5. In the next 2 videos, I will again be talking about Smash Bros. 5, and I will be talking about the Inklings and their appearance in Smash Bros. They are confirmed for Smash Bros. They are confirmed in the trailer. I'm going to be talking moveset discussion with them. And then I will also be talking about this guy. Yeah. It's a thing, apparently. I don't like it. I mean, I'll talk about it next video. But, anyways, this last, picture applies heavily to the next video. I'll probably be doing a video on Goku and Smash. I don't know, I'll just share my opinions, but I'm not looking forward to it. But anyways, tune in next time on Dragon Ball Z. Like and subscribe if you liked what you saw, for more content and whatnot. Anyways, I hope you guys have a good day. See ya.